I should have known it was wrong from the first night he said my name. Not Drake the singer, this thing wearing his face like a mask. I didn't invite it. I didn't make ruqya videos or play with Ouija boards. I was just a tired Muslim girl falling asleep with my phone in my hand. The first dream felt almost normal. I was in this dim hallway that looked like my old school, the kind with greenish fluorescent lights humming overhead. The air was thick, like walking through steam, but there was no heat. Doors stretched out on both sides, all closed, and my footsteps echoed even though I wasn't wearing shoes. Then I heard it. A voice behind me, rich and familiar, like the songs you hear 1,000 times on TikTok. "Hey, Amira." I turned and there he was, Drake, the cap, the beard, the half smirk. It was so vivid that inside the dream I laughed. "What are you doing here?" I asked. "This is so random." He smiled wider. "You tell me," he said, hands open like I'd called him. The lights flickered just once. I suddenly realized the hallway was completely silent. No hum, no echo, just him and me. He took a step closer. I noticed his eyes were wrong, too reflective, like there was a light behind them, but there was no light source. His face glitched for half a second, like a buffering video, jaw stretching sideways, eyes slipping too far apart, then snapping back into place. I backed away. "This is just a dream." I tried to sound casual, but the moment I said dream, the ceiling lights went out, one by one, racing toward us, plunging the hallway into patchy darkness. He leaned in until I could smell something beneath the cologne, like damp soil and rust. "Don't wake up yet," he whispered. "I just found you, Amira." I jolted awake in my actual bed, heart pounding so hard it hurt. The room was dark, but the streetlight outside threw a slice of orange across my desk. I grabbed my phone. 3:17 a.m. No music playing, no YouTube, just the quiet hum of the fridge down the hall. I shook it off as a weird dream. I made wudu, prayed 2 rakat and went back to sleep, telling myself, it's nothing. Jinn can't hurt you if you remember Allah. I knew the hadith that the Prophet ﷺ said dreams are of 3 types, from Allah, from a person's own self, and from shaitan. I decided it was just my nafs mixed with too much social media. But the second night he came back. This time I was in my own bedroom, or what looked like it. Same posters, same messy desk, same grey bedsheet. I was sitting on the edge of my bed when my door, the real one I see every day, opened without a sound. He stepped in like he owned the place. Drake. Same clothes, same smirk, but his shadow stretched across the floor and up the wall behind him, longer than his body, spiders of darkness branching out. "Miss me?" he asked. I stood up. "You're not real." My voice shook. "You're just a dream." I reached for the light switch, but my hand passed through it like smoke. He laughed, low and warm. "You keep saying dream like it protects you." His face glitched again, this time slower. His skin rippled like water. His beard melted into blackness. His nose stretched and thinned. His eyes sank deeper into his skull. Underneath, something ancient stared back at me. Hollow eyes, skin like ash, teeth too many and too sharp. I screamed, but no sound came out. My throat moved, my chest heaved. Nothing. He watched me, amused. "We spoke about your name," he said, voice now layered, Drake's tone mixed with something dry, like leaves crunching. "It's beautiful, Amira." My name slithered out of his mouth, and the room pulsed as if the walls were breathing. I tried to recite Ayat al-Kursi, but the words tangled. Allahu la ilaha illa. It felt like my tongue was made of stone. His grin widened, glitching into that skeletal yawning thing and then back again. "Not yet," he said softly. "You don't get to say that yet." He reached toward my face, his fingers lengthened, nails black, the air around his hand shimmering. I forced my lips to move. "Allahu la ilaha illa huwa." The moment I completed the verse, everything blew apart. The room shattered into black shards, and I shot awake, gasping, real sound ripping from my throat. I sat up in bed, sweating. Surah Al-Baqarah recitation played faintly from my phone, something I'd started putting on at night months ago, but it was paused. The timestamp showed 2:14 a.m., frozen mid-word. My chest tightened. I remembered Ibn Taymiyyah's words about Jinn appearing in forms people recognize, even forms they find comforting. I thought it was theory, academic, not this, not Drake's face bending over my bed in the silence of the night. The third night, I didn't want to sleep. I stayed up watching lectures on Ruqya, on the reality of Jinn, on Shaitan running through the son of Adam like blood, as the hadith says. I read Ayat al-Kursi, the last two verses of Surah Al-Baqarah, the Muawwidhatayn. I left a small lamp on. Finally, my eyes burned and sleep dragged me under like a tide. I woke, inside the dream, already standing. I was in an empty stadium, seats rising into darkness, field lit by cold white floodlights. The sky above had no stars, just a flat consuming black. In the center of the field was a single microphone stand, no one else, just me and the echo of my own breathing. "Come on," his voice boomed from everywhere at my once. "Don't be shy, Amira." He stepped into the light from the tunnel. Drake again, perfect, like an HD music video. But his walk was too smooth, his feet barely touching the ground. Around him, the shadows of the seats twisted, tails of darkness curling up like fingers. "I said no," I whispered. "I don't want you here." I tried to wake up, to force myself out, but everything felt solid, heavier than real life. He ignored me, approaching the mic stand as if this was his concert. "You opened the door when you liked me," he said casually. "When you watched interviews at 2 a.m., staring too long at my face. You invited me when your heart attached." "That's not how it works," I snapped, fear sharpening into anger. "I know what scholars say. Jinn can't just..." His head snapped towards me, glitching mid-turn. For a heartbeat, his neck stretched too far, bones popping at wrong angles. "We come where there is a crack," he hissed. "Love without remembrance of Allah is a crack. Obsession is a crack. Eyes that stare at strangers like gods are a door." I remembered Imam al-Qurtubi's warnings about images settling in the heart, about Shaitan decorating desires. I thought of the nights I cried to songs instead of to Allah, repeating lyrics like dua. "You're not him," I said, voice breaking. "You're just a jinn pretending." He grinned, and his face peeled halfway away, revealing that ashen horror underneath, jaw unhinged, a second set of teeth behind the first. Both faces spoke together, overlapping. Names don't matter here. The floodlights flickered, then dimmed, leaving only the mic stand lit. He raised a hand, and suddenly, I couldn't move. My feet rooted to the turf, muscles locked. Panic clawed up my throat. "Say my name," he commanded. "Call me. Once." My heart raced. "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim," I choked out, forcing each word through invisible hands around my neck. "I seek refuge in Allah from the accursed Shaitan." The stadium groaned, metal twisting, as if the whole people hated those words. He flinched, just slightly, eyes narrowing. "That won't save you, fearful," he spat. "You still come back to me. In your playlists, in your fantasies, you draw me with your thoughts." He stepped closer until a face filled your vision. The glitches came faster now, his covering those scoring to hold. Come to the next something feedbacker, blacker than the sky, than the skull thing with endless teeth. "I already own a piece of you," he whispered. "You gave it freely, your hours, your tears, your love." I thought of my phone, the hours lost scrolling, memorizing the faces of people who didn't know I existed. I thought of how quickly I'd answered every notification, how slowly I'd answered the adhan. My lips trembled. I forced myself to remember a hadith I'd heard so many times, that whoever recites Ayat al-Kursi at night will have a guardian from Allah, and no devil will approach him until morning. I had recited it. I knew I had. So why was he still here? Then another thought stabbed me. The hadith where Shaitan told Abu Huraira that Ayat al-Kursi protects, but the Prophet ﷺ said that though he spoke the truth, he is a liar. Maybe I'd rushed it, mumbled it, heart still attached to dunya. Maybe protection isn't just words, but what lives behind them. Tears filled my eyes. "Allah," I whispered, voice shaking. "Ya Allah, I am weak. I attached my heart to people instead of you. Please, please protect me." The Jinn snarled, the sound layered and feral. "Don't say his name." The floodlights exploded, showering sparks that froze mid-air, suspended like stars. I shut my eyes and poured everything out. "Bismillahi alladhi la yadurru ma'a ismihi shay'un fil ardi wa la fis sama' wa huwa as-sami'ul alim." I recited the dua I knew. "In the name of Allah, with whose name nothing in the earth or heavens can harm." The air around me burned cold. He lunged, or I felt him lunge, but something slammed between us, an indigenous wall. He hit it with a sound like a thunderclap. I opened my eyes. He weighs eastern from my face, pressed against nothingness, his features no longer even trying to be Drake. The mask had melted away. Only the true form stared back, dark, twisted, with eyes like pits that swallowed light. His claws scraped the unseen barrier, sparks of black fire shooting out. "You'll sleep again," he said, voice now a dry whisper of dead leaves. "You'll get tired of worship, tired of fighting. I have time. I am older than your entire family line." He leaned his forehead against the invisible wall, eyes locked on mine. "Remember, I found you through your love. If you ever love someone more than Allah again, I'll know the waking back." The stadium collapsed into darkness. I fell through it, screaming, until I hit my mattress in the real world, sitting up with a choke. Fajr adhan echoed faintly from a neighbour's house. The room was grey-blue, early dawn. My phone on the bedside table vibrated once. A Recognaut TV. New Drake track just dropped. My blood froze. I picked up the phone with shaking hands, then trending the screen face down. For the first time, I felt how heavy that device really was, how much of my heart I'd poured into it. I got out of bed on trembling legs, made wudu, and prayed like my life depended on it, because it did. As my forehead touched the ground, I realized the most terrifying part. He was right about one thing. Jinn, have time. They wait at the cracks in our hearts, disguised as harmless obsessions, familiar faces, even our favorite celebrities. Now, every night, I recite Ayatul Kursi slowly, with meaning, send salawat upon the Prophet ﷺ, and ask Allah to seal those cracks. I remind myself of the verse, indeed, he, Shaitan, has no authority over those who believe and rely upon their Lord. I still sleep, I still dream, but I know, somewhere in the unseen, something ancient remembers my name and waits for me to forget. Who protects me? Indeed, Allah is the best of protectors.